Christmas Day. The thing stings about having Santa Scott watching my every move at home is that I can't get away with things I used to do during holidays. A few years ago, Mom and Dad put some gifts under a tree a week before Christmas, and it was driving me crazy not knowing what they were. One of the gifts had my name on it, and I was pretty sure it was a video game. I made a tiny little tear in wrapping paper to see, and sure enough, it was a game I did ask for. But then I was bugging that a game I wanted was sitting right there under the tree, and I couldn't play it. So I went one step further and made a slit open along the top of the packaging and slid the box out. I opened the plastic case and removed the game, then put the box back in the papering and taped it closed. But I started to get paranoid that Mom was gonna keep up the presents and noticed it felt lighter. So I opened it back and put one of the Roderick's heavy metal CDs inside the box to make it same weight it was before. I played the video game every night after Mom and Dad went bed, and I actually beat it, but I forgot to put it back in the box on the Christmas day. When I opened my present in front of Mom and Dad, Roderick's CD slipped out and rolled on the floor. Today, after Christmas, Mom took the CD to game hunt and chewed the clerk out of selling her material that was inappropriate for kids. I just don't like not knowing what I'm getting for Christmas, and sometimes I can't help myself. Last year, I went on Mom's email account and wrote all our relatives to see if I could find out what they were getting me. But Mom keeps her email on computer in kitchen, and it's hard to get on her account when Santa Scott is watching me like a hawk. Tonight I spent some time in trying to decide that to put on my Christmas wish list this year. I try to be specific as possible when I make my list, because whenever I leave my gifts up to Mom and Dad, I get some crazy stuff. A few years ago, I forgot to write out the wish list, and I paid the price for it. Mom was pregnant with Manny, and she wanted me to get ready for having a baby brother. So for Christmas, Mom got me a doll. At first, I didn't want to do anything with it. Then I realized having a doll you could feed come in handy. In fact, I don't think a vegetable touched my lips for a month after I got Alfredo. But that was not the only thing I used that doll for. I found out that he made a real excellent comic book stand too. I have to admit, after a few months, I got really attached to the doll. Since I didn't have a pet, it was kind of nice to have something to take care of for once. But one day I came home from school and I could not find Alfredo anywhere. I searched the house from top to bottom, but there were no trace of him. The only thing I could think of was that I dropped Alfredo at some point and somehow didn't notice. And I was pretty torn up about losing my doll, but what was really worried about was Mom thinking I could not trust it around my baby brother. So I got a grapefruit out of the fridge and drew some face on it, a marker. Then I wiped the grape paper with a dish towel, and for the next 3 months I pretended it was my doll. And Mom and Dad didn't seem to notice, but I was terrified by the idea that real Alfredo was going to find his way home and get his revenge on me for abandoning him and replacing him with a fruit. In fact, I still worry about that to this day. It is the reason I always check to make sure my window is locked before I go to bed at night. I am a little embarrassed to say this, but I actually got attached to that grapefruit too. But after a while, it started to rot, and Dad traced the weird smell back to my Alfredo deco. Mom didn't seem too upset that I did lost my doll, but I will say she will never left me alone in house with Manny for more than 15 minutes. Like I said through, it was nice to have something to take care of, and I miss that feeling. So these days I have been spending a lot of time playing a game called Net Creditors. In fact, I have been playing Net Creditors every free second I get. The basic idea is that you have to feed your pet, keep it happy, and if your pet is happy, you get tokens. You can buy it, clothes and furniture, stuff like that. I have played so much that my pet Haha has a mansion with an indoor swimming pool, a bowling alley, and about 150 different outfits. The only thing I'm not happy about is the name. Mom was the one who set up my account, and I cannot figure out how to change the name she registered with. Mom says I take better care of my virtual pet than I do myself, and I guess I can't argue with her there. Over the weekend, I played for 16 hours without even taking a break to go to the bathroom. But if you don't keep getting your pet new stuff, it starts to look unhappy, and that really stresses me out. The problem is you can only earn a certain number of tokens, and after that you have to buy them with real money. Unfortunately, I don't have any own credit card, so that means I have to beg to mom and dad to use theirs. And it's not really easy to convince dad to break open his wallet so you can buy a fancy outfit for a virtual pet. This year I'm gonna ask for a credit this cash for Christmas, but I'm still trying to figure out what to put on my rest of my wish list. I could actually use a lot of different things, because a couple of weeks ago when I spent the night on the hospital getting my tonsils out, Nanny sold half of everything I owned. But I'm not sure I should ask for a normal gift like video games or toys. What I have realized is that every time you get something cool for your birthday or for Christmas, within a week it's being used against you. It's like, one thing I know for sure is that this year I'm only accepting store-bought presents. Last Christmas, mom gave me a real nice hand-knitted blanket, and I had the thing wrapped around me for half the winter. But I found a picture of the same blanket on great Uncle Bruce, who passed away a few years ago, so I panned it off on Roderick's birthday.